Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor's new plan targets Claire. Audra bribed to break up Kyle romance. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers tease that Victor Newman, Eric Braden, targets Claire Newman, Hayley Erin, in his newest scheme. Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Victor has demanded that Claire and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, break up. Of course, neither wants to end their relationship. In fact, they want to move in together and inch closer to marriage. There is no way Victor will allow that to happen. Claire loves her grandfather, but she refuses to allow him to dictate her life. She loves Kyle, and she doesn't want to give up on their relationship to make him happy. With her mother, Victoria Newman's, Amelia Hayley, support, Claire decides to stand up to Victor and let him know she won't back down where Kyle is concerned. Victor's shocking conversation with Claire. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Claire sits down with Victor to iron out his breakup demand. She lets him know that she has no plans to end her relationship with Kyle. She pretty much tells her grandpa that he will have to get over his Kyle hate. Surprisingly, Victor took the news well. He even implied that he is happy for her, and he hopes Kyle makes her happy. It was bizarre considering the viewers know that Victor is still secretly plotting their breakup. What is this? After their chat, Claire felt good about Victor. She was optimistic that her grandpa would let her live her life without interference. We all know there is almost a 0% chance of Victor not putting his nose in her business. But if Claire's happy right now, we'll let her have this small win, for now. Victor's shocking Audra offer. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor learns of Audra Charles's, Zuleika Silver, breakup with Nate Hastings, Jr., Sean Dominic. He makes Audra an offer she cannot refuse. He offers the vixen a bag full of cash if she can break up Kyle and Claire for good. To get the loot, Audra must get Kyle to cross the line so badly that Claire will be disgusted by him. Audra understands this assignment and considers his offer. She needs the money, and she's running out of options. She may have to take one for the team and agree to Victor's deal. If she doesn't, Vilante will be as good as dead. She refuses to give up on her startup company. Y&R fans, do you think Audra will make another deal with Victor? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Remember to watch The Young and the Restless, airing weekdays on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Victor's shocking conversation with Claire. In the heart of Genoa City, few things send shockwaves through the Newman clan quite like an unexpected move by Victor Newman. The patriarch has built an empire and an unshakable reputation for dominance, cunning, and loyalty to family, though his loyalty often comes with an iron-fisted edge. This time, however, the spotlight has shifted to a surprising and deeply emotional exchange with Claire Grace Newman, a young woman whose life has been shaped by betrayal, trauma, and the desperate search for belonging. Their conversation has the potential to not only shift the Newman family dynamics but also redefine the way fans see both Victor and Claire. It's the kind of moment soap opera fans live for, a powerful meeting of vulnerability and authority that will ripple across storylines for months to come. From the moment Claire re-entered Genoa City, she carried the weight of her past. Raised in deception by Jordan, she had been manipulated into believing a twisted version of her family history. Her crimes, kidnapping members of the Newman family and nearly destroying them in one fell swoop, made her the black sheep in a dynasty that prizes loyalty above all else. Yet despite her troubled introduction, Claire has fought for redemption. The audience has watched her confess her sins, try to rebuild bridges, and stand bravely in front of the people she once harmed. But forgiveness is never easily won in Genoa City. With Nikki Newman still deeply wounded and Victoria torn between maternal instincts and protective rage, Claire has walked a tightrope. And now, at the center of it all, Victor has stepped forward to address her directly. The conversation begins not with anger, but with an almost unnerving calm. Victor Newman, known for his booming voice and explosive threats, chooses instead to wield silence and observation. Claire enters the ranch unsure of what to expect, perhaps another lecture, perhaps rejection. Instead, she finds Victor seated, his piercing eyes fixed on her, analyzing every movement. For longtime fans, it is a familiar setup, the master strategist preparing to make his move. What makes this scene different is the emotional undercurrent. Victor is not simply confronting an enemy, he is confronting his granddaughter. "Do you know what the Newman name means?" he asks, his voice steady, deliberate. It is not just a rhetorical question but a test. Claire hesitates, sensing that her answer could determine whether she is accepted or cast out once again. She speaks of power, of strength, of resilience, the qualities she has seen from afar. But Victor interrupts her, reminding her that the Newman name is not only about power but also about responsibility. He recalls his own journey, rising from nothing to build his empire, emphasizing that every decision carries consequences. His words are not meant to punish but to enlighten. For Claire, this moment is overwhelming. For so long, she has been defined by Jordan's lies and her own mistakes. Now, standing in front of the man who represents both authority and the family she longs to be part of, she begins to grasp the gravity of what it means to be a Newman. Tears well in her eyes as she admits that she doesn't know if she is worthy of forgiveness. It is then that Victor delivers the line that shifts the entire scene: "It's not about being worthy, Claire. It's about what you do next." This simple declaration transforms the conversation into a turning point. Victor, who has been both ruthless and compassionate in his dealings with family, offers Claire something she has never been given before: hope. He acknowledges her mistakes but refuses to let her be defined by them. Instead, he challenges her to prove herself, to demonstrate through her actions that she deserves a place in the family. For Claire, this is more than acceptance, it is a challenge to rise above her past and claim her future. The ripple effects of this conversation cannot be overstated. For Nikki, who still feels betrayed, Victor's willingness to engage with Claire on such a personal level could reignite marital tension. Nikki may see his compassion as weakness or betrayal, reopening old wounds. For Victoria, the conversation provides both relief and conflict. As Claire's mother, she wants desperately to believe in her daughter's redemption, yet she struggles with the fear that trusting Claire again could lead to disaster. Meanwhile, the other Newmans, Nick, Adam, and even Abby, are sure to react strongly to Victor's decision to open the door for Claire. Each of them has their own history with forgiveness and betrayal, and this could set off new conflicts within the family. What makes this storyline so compelling is the parallel between Victor and Claire. Both have endured betrayal. Both have fought to define themselves against impossible odds. And both have been accused of manipulation and ruthlessness. In many ways, Claire is Victor's mirror, a younger version of the relentless Newman drive, mixed with vulnerability and the desire to belong. This connection is what makes their conversation so powerful. It's not just about family, it's about legacy. From a dramatic standpoint, the writers have struck gold. Fans love to see Victor in his element, delivering lines that carry weight and authority, while also revealing glimpses of his humanity. Pairing him with Claire, a character on the brink of either redemption or ruin, creates a dynamic that will fuel speculation for months. Will Claire rise to the challenge and prove herself, or will her past demons drag her back into darkness? Will Victor's faith in her be rewarded, or will it come back to haunt him? These are the questions keeping viewers hooked. The aftermath of this exchange will likely shape Genoa City's power balance. If Victor chooses to mentor Claire, she could become a formidable new player in the Newman Empire, perhaps even clashing with cousins or uncles who doubt her intentions. If he instead uses her as a pawn, Claire could find herself torn between gratitude and resentment, setting up future betrayal. Either way, the seeds planted in this conversation will grow into storylines that intertwine family loyalty, personal redemption, and corporate intrigue, the very elements that make The Young and the Restless thrive. The emotional weight of the scene also provides a rare glimpse into Victor's softer side. While he remains a titan of business and an unyielding patriarch, this interaction shows his capacity for compassion. Soap opera history is filled with Victor's ruthless decisions, from hostile takeovers to personal vendettas, but his moments of vulnerability are what truly resonate with fans. This scene reminds viewers that beneath the power lies a man who values family above all else, even when that family is fractured. For Claire, this is the beginning of a new chapter. Whether she succeeds or fails, her journey will forever be marked by this conversation. Victor's words will echo in her mind as she navigates the treacherous waters of Genoa City, influencing her choices and shaping her destiny. And for fans, the promise of seeing Claire grow under Victor's watchful eye adds a thrilling layer to the ongoing Newman saga. In the end, Victor's shocking conversation with Claire is more than just another dramatic moment in a long-running soap. It is a catalyst for change, a spark that could ignite new rivalries, test old loyalties, and redefine what it means to be a Newman. With stakes this high, one thing is certain: Genoa City will never be the same. Victor's shocking Audra offer. In Genoa City, business alliances shift like the wind, but when Victor Newman makes an offer, it is never casual. The man known as the Mustache doesn't simply negotiate, he calculates, strategizes, and pulls strings until every move benefits him. Now, whispers of Victor's latest scheme involve a surprising name: Audra Charles. Known for her ambition, resilience, and unapologetic pursuit of power, Audra has danced on the edges of several Genoa City empires. But a shocking offer from Victor could change the trajectory of her life forever, and reshape the balance of power within the Newman dynasty. The moment begins not in a crowded boardroom but in the quiet sophistication of Newman Enterprises' executive office. Victor, seated at the head of the table with his trademark authority, summons Audra for a private discussion. She arrives cautiously, aware that any meeting with Victor Newman is a test. Audra, who has built her career by leveraging charm and intellect, recognizes that this is not an ordinary business conversation. The weight of the encounter is palpable. When Victor calls someone in for a private meeting, the outcome can make or break careers. Victor wastes no time in setting the tone. He begins by recounting her accomplishments, her ability to manipulate situations, her clever business instincts, and her undeniable influence over powerful men like Tucker McCall. Instead of condemning her tactics, Victor acknowledges them as assets. Then comes the shocker: Victor offers Audra a role within the Newman Empire that goes beyond anything she has yet achieved. Not merely a partnership, not merely a job, an opportunity to become a force under his guidance, to wield Newman power as her own, provided she proves her loyalty. For Audra, the offer is intoxicating and dangerous all at once. She has always craved influence and independence, often aligning herself with Tucker in hopes of climbing higher. Yet Tucker's schemes frequently left her vulnerable, caught between his obsessions and his manipulations. With Victor, the dynamic is different. This is not a man who needs Audra to survive, this is a man offering her the chance to rise, provided she understands that working for Victor Newman means loyalty comes first and betrayal is fatal. The nature of Victor's offer sparks immediate questions. Is he grooming Audra as a replacement for one of his children in the company? Is this a ploy to destabilize Tucker McCall by ripping away his most trusted ally? Or could Victor be preparing to use Audra as a weapon in the ongoing war against rivals both inside and outside Newman Enterprises? The beauty of Victor's schemes is that the answers are rarely straightforward. Every deal contains layers, every move creates ripples that extend far beyond the initial conversation. Audra, ever perceptive, does not immediately accept. She knows better than to jump into Victor's orbit without weighing the costs. Aligning with Victor means gaining power but also inheriting enemies. She would face scrutiny from Victoria, who may see her as a threat, and from Nikki, who despises manipulation. Nick would certainly voice concerns, and Adam, always wary of newcomers to Victor's inner circle, might actively plot against her. Still, Audra is no stranger to risk. She has built her career by walking fine lines, and now she must decide if the rewards outweigh the dangers. For Victor, the offer is part of a larger chess game. By pulling Audra away from Tucker, he weakens his rival's foundation. By elevating her within Newman Enterprises, he injects fresh ambition into the company and positions her as a potential disruptor among his children. Victor has long believed in testing loyalty, and Audra's hunger for success makes her both an asset and a liability. If she thrives under his mentorship, she could become a powerful ally. If she betrays him, he will crush her without hesitation. Either outcome benefits Victor because he maintains control. The conversation itself brims with tension. Victor leans in, eyes sharp, voice steady, telling Audra, "You've got potential. But potential means nothing without loyalty. You think carefully about who you align yourself with, because when you stand with me, there is no turning back." The gravity of his words is clear. This is no temporary alliance, it is an initiation into Victor's world, where loyalty and power walk hand in hand. For soap opera fans, this storyline promises endless intrigue. Audra's integration into the Newman family dynamic could ignite rivalries on every front. Victoria may view her as a competitor not only in business but possibly in personal matters. Adam might suspect her of scheming to replace him in Victor's eyes, a sore spot that has fueled his resentment for years. Nick, ever the protector, could warn his father that Audra's ambition makes her dangerous. And Nikki, standing firmly against anyone she sees as manipulative, may become Audra's harshest critic. These tensions create fertile ground for explosive drama. Meanwhile, Tucker McCall's reaction is sure to be explosive. Audra was not only his ally but also one of his most effective weapons. Losing her to Victor would cut deeply, both professionally and personally. Tucker, known for his obsessive streaks, would not let go without retaliation. The prospect of a Tucker versus Victor war reignited by Audra's defection adds yet another thrilling layer. The most fascinating aspect of this storyline is Audra herself. Unlike many characters who stumble into Newman business unprepared, Audra has already proven herself cunning and resilient. She knows how to navigate powerful men without losing her identity. The question is whether she can survive Victor's world, where every decision is tested, and every alliance comes at a cost. Is she prepared to truly give up Tucker for Victor's empire? Or will she attempt to play both sides until one inevitably destroys her? Victor's shocking offer to Audra Charles is more than a business proposition, it is a turning point. It challenges Audra to choose her future, forces Tucker to confront his vulnerability, and stirs up rivalries within the Newman family. For Victor, it is yet another masterstroke, a move that keeps him at the center of power while reshaping the board around him. For Audra, it is the chance of a lifetime, but one that comes with peril at every turn. As Genoa City watches the fallout unfold, one truth remains unshakable: when Victor Newman extends an offer, it is never simple. It is a promise, a threat, and a test of loyalty all wrapped into one. And for Audra Charles, accepting may be the most dangerous, and most rewarding, decision she has ever made.